Here's a couple of those SOFITEN Volt 11.1 gel ball blasters. I've shown them to you before. They have the UV lights in the drum mags. That's kind of the new thing. Otherwise, basically, it's an M4 Wasp that's kind of got a futuristic look, which makes sense because SOFITEN and HGOC sold a lot of M4 Wasps. So this was just kind of a natural progression. They added the UV lights. They added a few other things. They gave you the 11.1 volt. So these are some great blasters that I want to give away, but I wanted to do some custom work to them. The way the gearboxes are in these, they're really not intended to be messed with. They're not intended to be opened or upgraded, so there isn't really anything I can do on that end. But I wanted to put together some really cool cosmetic stuff. So these will definitely be giveaways in monthly giveaways. I won't do two of them in the same month, but they'll be part of a prize package. So, it'll be one of these along with a couple other blasters. But since they, went together and I did some similar things, I thought I'd show them to you both at the same time. So first thing I did on both of them is I relocated the battery into the buffer tube. So we've got a buffer tube battery now, right? So there's your battery inside there. Now, what I had to do is just modify the tube that was existing, right? Because it does come with a buffer tube. And what I had to do was basically hollow it out and then kind of reinforce it. There was already a hole coming out of this mount, so I just had to make a tiny hole up here in the battery compartment. The wires went right through, didn't even have to open anything up, and now we got the battery back here. Now, one of the reasons why I did that is because I made this cool kind of piece that lets you put a rail up here on top. So you can see that here as well, right? So that way, it'll be a little harder to access the battery. You still could. It's just this one screw that it had already that holds down that battery door. You could pop it off, but I thought let's move it to the buffer tube instead. So we did that on both of them. And then there's a couple different stocks that I'll give with them. Of course, you'll get your factory stocks. This one has like an HK stock on it. Here is a former M4 Wasp stock that I was able to fix that I would include just kind of as a bonus, right? And then, of course, the standard M4A1 stock, because I got a ton of these. So you'll definitely get one of those with each one of them too. Other things I did was here, I wanted to go ahead and put a grip on the primer, right? So we got the primer here, so now we got a little grip on it. Just thought that was a cool feature. So of course the priming still works. Over here I didn't do that, just to kind of keep it a little different. But the other thing I made was all these different kind of handguard attachments, right? So kind of little outer barrels, I guess, outer handguards. This is what the piece comes with, right? So this still works. Basically, I modeled this end so that I could make pieces like this that just slide in and pop in place. So we got a couple different choices here. You can see here I wanted to use up some handguards that I had that were either had parts of them that were damaged, so I could cut them down and kind of reuse them like this. So that's what I did with these two handguards. These are actually the M4A1 handguards that I modified because I just have so many of them. And then they just slide on there nicely, and then they just pop off nicely as well. So you have your choice of a couple different ones. So of course you'll get your standard ones and then probably two of these extra ones as well when I give these away. So that kind of gives you the rundown. Of course, there's some extra accessories, some grips. I did made some little custom flashlights and lasers using that chrome paint because I got a bunch of chrome paint sent to me by mistake. I got like a 6-pack of spray paint and thought, let's try to use it since these have that future vibe. That chrome would look all right with these. So that's kind of the rundown, right? Again, didn't really do a build video since it was just cosmetic stuff, but I really went over what we did. Put this new rail up here, relocated the battery to the buffer tube, and then added some other cosmetic stuff. So hopefully you guys like these. Like I said, they will be parts of the different monthly giveaways. So we got two of them, so it'd be 2 separate months. And of course, there always are a couple other blasters. Usually it's 3 or 4 blasters plus a lot of accessories. I try to get it to around a value of around $200. So thanks for the support, everyone. I hope you guys like these. These are a pretty cool blaster. Of course, I'll include glow gels as well to work well with those glow drum mags. And hopefully you guys enjoy it. Comments, questions, post them below. Of course, like, subscribe, share my channel with your friends, ring the bell so you get those notifications when the new videos are up and there's a contest and everything. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for your support. Good luck on these giveaways when we have them. And of course, feel free to ask questions anytime. I try to always answer.